What's up, Cradle fans? So Bloodline came out this week. Came out Tuesday, but it also came out Monday for people who could pretend they were a part of Australia or Japan or India, for that matter. So I read the book on Monday, which was great. I loved the book, but this video isn't necessarily going to be a deep dive. Let me get my mouse out of the way. This isn't going to be a deep dive into Bloodline. This is just a quick little video for me to tell you that I like the book. It's probably top 4 for me with regards to I was enjoyment of what happened to Lyndon. If that makes sense. Top 4. So my number 1 is Winter Steel. My number 2 is Ghostwater. My number 3 is Soulsmith. Seriously. My number 4 is Bloodline. Number 5 is Underlord. And then that's all I'm going to say. Because, I like Skysworn a lot too. But that's not really what happens to Lyndon. That's more of I like that there's so much lore in there. I also like that Will casually called out Subject 1 being in the labyrinth and called out Hunger Aura in Skysworn. And both of those things were confirmed later in the books explicitly. So I liked Bloodline a lot. I thought it was really interesting how realistic or how relatable Lyndon's situation in Sacred Valley felt. So I think I've seen some of the reactions from it seems the fan base is skewed a little bit. You have your people who can recognize the really high quality writing in that the anxiety, the angst, the really uncomfortable feeling that you had reading about Lyndon having to use politics to try and convince the people of his homeland to evacuate was really well done. It was palpable. I felt this. It was a situation in which the pacing felt both fast and slow. Slow because you couldn't strangle the inhabitants of Sacred Valley to hurry up. You couldn't do anything to make them go faster. Meanwhile, the super predator is walking into the valley about to kill everyone on accident. It's I wonder how many things how many beings the Wandering Titan has killed intentionally versus unintentionally. It's basically like the king of collateral damage. But anyway, the angst that I felt, the emotional roller coaster that I was on, the frustration I felt alongside Lyndon, these are emotions that you're not naturally going to feel when you read a book. If an author is capable of making you feel those things on purpose, it's good writing. It's good writing. If again, I'm going to make a deep dive video where I go hard at the folks that just casually dismiss that part of the book and what it was there for. I also really liked the fight scene against the Wandering Titan because it is effectively the epitome of what Athan has been working towards. You have a team of sacred artists working together to accomplish a goal that is beyond the sum of their parts. A sage, a herald, an underlord sacred beast, an overlord, and a regular archlord shouldn't have a shot in and a damaged archlord that's effectively a weak overlord shouldn't have a shot in hell at doing anything to a dread god, but they did, and I thought that was beautiful. Why did Lyndon go back to fight the Titan? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he just had a discussion with a judge who showed him some of his fates and showed him some things, but then still said that the choice is yours, Lyndon. I can see all the strands of fate, but I have no idea which one you're going to choose. I have no idea what path you're actually going to take. Like, you've told me your goals, you've achieved your goals, but what is your purpose? Because your purpose is going to drive you much higher. Your purpose is what's going to fuel your willpower. Your purpose is what helps you manifest icons and gain authority. Your purpose might be what grounds your existence or anchors your existence. We learned about the origin of existence and how your body can be destroyed, but you can reform it as long as your origin of existence is still intact or still strong enough. Okay, well, that kind of tells you how the dread guards aren't killable. Okay, so they have some sort of anchored existence where damaging their physical forms isn't good enough. Penance was given to the winner of the Uncrowned tournament. It was built on Cradle by a monarch of Cradle to kill beings of Cradle that have super high existences. So Penance attacks existence directly. Osriel, as a monarch on Cradle, was capable of creating a weapon that could instantly attack a dread god's existence and kill it one shot. Which means that it's possible for Lyndon to do it. Probably not, though, because Osriel was a super genius at pretty much everything except healing. But I digress. The book was really good. Those of you who disagree with me, you're entitled to your opinion. I didn't wake up and choose violence today, so I'm not going to attack you directly, but I think you will find, just like some of the other books you've read in the past that didn't immediately instantly gratify you the way that you expected to be instantly gratified, will get better with a second or third reread. Also, I talk about this all the time, not on this channel, but I talk about the concept of reading a book more than once, because like years apart, because the you in 3 years is a completely different person with different experiences, different life lessons, and hopefully more wisdom. You've hopefully gained enough knowledge and experienced enough life and made enough connections between the two to, give yourself a buff to wisdom, so that when you go back and reread a book that your past self read, you can get more insights and relate more to what was actually happening. Books read the same book read years apart could be a completely different book to you based on the experience that you have. Man, I'm getting way off track. So yeah, this video wasn't even supposed to be like a Bloodline review video, but it's turned into that. But today is an interesting day for me because 365 days ago, Will sent a video to my fiance for her to show me on this day, exactly 1 year ago. And I had always wondered if Will had watched my videos. I was always curious. Well, on this day that this video was recorded, Will Wight manifested the icon of sarcasm. And my question about whether or not he's seen some of these videos before was answered. And so I'm going to play this for you. And I want you to know that you're going to enjoy it. Roll the tape.
Hey Garrett fans, as you know, it's Garrett Pettigrew's 30th birthday coming up, and I was over on the Garrett subreddit, and I was looking at a lot of the recent theories coming up about his birthday. Now, it's supposed to be his 30th, but one of the more common theories is that Garrett is actually immortal. And I think I have some support for that theory. I've been actually looking at some photos of the Great Pyramids, and there's some hieroglyphics inside that show off Garrett's traditional pose that we all know, his signature. And I think that points to Garrett having been around basically from the beginning of human civilization. So this is really just an intro video. I'm going to do a series of 30 or 40 more videos explaining this theory that I have. I have a few sources lined up and some experts coming in to interview. But I think I really can shed some light on the origin of maybe the one perfect man in the human species. So that's it for me for today. I look forward to beholding Garrett's radiance once again at Dragon Con. And of course, if I were to run into Garrett today, I would wish him a happy birthday.
So that was the video. Pretty cool, right? Many of you like my videos but don't like my face. I'm starting to think that Will may not care about my face, but he certainly doesn't care about my videos. Have a great day, everybody.